A few months back, I had my eyes on a pretty expensive Marvel Legends set, and I just couldn't pull the plug. Next thing I know, I missed out. It was double the price. I was already feeling regret over not taking the plunge and backing the Sentinel. Now I'm starting to feel about this Amazon Children of Thanos pack. But then, divine intervention. I'm shopping online and it pops back up in stock. And now, I have it in hand, we're gonna open it up, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. Alright, I got my coffee, I got it open. I didn't take too much of a look at each one when I pulled them out because I wanted to save it for you guys. So let's get started with the ladies at midnight. Or should I say, Proxima Midnight. So this is probably my least favorite character in this set based solely on personality and what I've read on her in the comics, which is not that much. I did not have the first figure, so I can't compare them, but overall, this is pretty good. I mean, you got the double-jointed knees and elbows. The elbow is really weak. I don't know if it's mine. I'll show you guys here. Goes, yeah. You might want to get that looked at by a doctor. Doesn't have any sort of waist, ab crunch, I should say. It does have boob swivel, for lack of a better word, and then bicep swivel. Looking at her, the paint app's really nice. I like how on there, her face, I'll put it up here on the good camera, so you can see. Zoom. Alright, so like the blue on her face is really impressive. Not like her face, but her little forehead mask. It's just kind of brushed on there like a dry brush. Let's move on to her boo, Corvus Glaive. So, Corvus Glaive, he's a cool looking character design, I'll give him that. I really wish that they would have gotten some more time in the movies, even though they were 3 hours long as it was, to kind of flesh out some characters. Like, I feel like the next one I at least got to know a little bit. I felt like he had some personality to him. But this is really nice. I like how they sculpted his, I don't even know what you call this, a cloak maybe? We'll call it a cloak. He's got a beautiful face sculpt. Again, you know, double knees, double elbows. Nothing particularly bad. Comes with this wicked-looking staff-like thing. I did not notice in the movie that he had 4 toes that are more like, I don't know, hoofs. And then his cape is plastic, and it actually helps him stand, which if you're like me and can't stand figures because you're a spaz, this is very helpful. Yeah, look at that. Corvus Glaive, everybody. Next up is one I was really looking forward to, and he's hefty. Look at this sucker. He's got some heft to him. Can use this as a weapon. So, the Black Dwarf, aka 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐤, this is his second release. He was previously released as a Build-A-Figure, but it was based on concept art, so the body, like the outfit, wasn't the same. Here, I'll show you a side-by-side picture of the one I have in front of me, and here's a stock image of the other one, and you can see he's a lot more naked in the Build-A-Figure. This one's definitely better. I'm really impressed. Single joint elbows, very poor range of motion, but I mean, he's a big mama jamba. He doesn't really need to have that much, but his arms in general don't have much because of his shoulder pads, and he can do a full twirly. That's about it. Articulation-wise, not the greatest, but as far as how he looks, like, he just looks awesome. So, if we take a look here, his face looks fantastic. He's got his little fangs going on. They did a really nice job with his eyes. I love how his head, they could have just painted it black, but they didn't. They gave it that gnarly green with the black dry brush over top of it. And I really enjoy the fact that his armor is not painted on there. It's separate. He does have, surprisingly, he's got decent articulation at his abdomen area. He has full swivel. So, decent enough articulation for a big fella. Honestly, with the big guys, the most important thing to me is that they look up and down okay. That way I can pose them to look specifically down, look down at their minions. And, yeah, that leaves something to be desired. He can look up better, which is ironic, because I don't think he looks up to many people. What is your problem? I'm looking for my husband. I don't know what's going on right now. Popped his head off because I was curious to see, and he is on a ball hinge here, but it's interesting because the hinge is clearly forward instead of straight up like it usually is, so he probably needs to see a chiropractor. I don't think that's healthy. Now for the one I've been waiting for, Thanos. So we have gotten a variety of Thanos over the years. Our first release was garbage for a movie Thanos. He was the California Raisin. They fixed it with the armored Thanos. This is based on, if I'm not mistaken, the 10-year 3-pack. I think it was with Iron Man and Doctor Strange. So this one's pretty good. I'm impressed. I mean, impressed compared to California Raisin. So he looks good. He does have a little bit of waxiness to his face, which is like, I'm going to coin it the Hasbro waxiness. I love how his uniform looks. It's textured really well. After coming off those DC Multiverse figures, I appreciate the little things like the texture and spots you wouldn't normally look at. They definitely beat it on the face sculpt, but this is better here. But normal articulation, about what you'd expect. But the cool thing about this Thanos is, of course, we have his alternate burned up goodies. We got burned up head. There it is. And burned up arm. Now, I don't know. Let's trade these out and take a look. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So my brother John saw this, and he kind of said that the burn look was not realistic. I think it's pretty good. Now, I'm disappointed at him for being a registered nurse and not being able to tell what a burn looks like. Uh-oh. Now he's got it. Now he's an amputee. Sorry, Thanos. All right, he's back. He's back. His arm's back in. Anyway, one time our dad blew his arm up and had third-degree burns on it, and that's about what it looked like. I mean, if it was a toy, it was gross. I mean, it was gross. And he was okay, luckily. I did forget to show you guys, Corvus Glaive came with his thing. I don't know what you would call this, but, I mean, it's as heavy as he is. There it is. He's a monster, all right. He's quite the monster. It also came with a sword, but I can't figure out where the hell I put it. And I have no idea who it even goes to, so if any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. Interestingly, movie Thanos is much bigger than comic Thanos. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. There's a side-by-side there. It's kind of disappointing. I feel like comic Thanos is severely undersized, which he was one of my favorites. I liked him so much, in fact, that you should go check out the review I did on him. I'm going to put it up right here. So go check that out. Let me know what you think. Till next time, be cool, stay nerdy. Later.